Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Amaran Ruchah, back with another lesson, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ruchah Kodash. Double honors as always to the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well, peace and blessings to the hopefully elect, and to the scattered, the great multitude destined also for salvation, man. Listening and learning and coming to the knowledge of this truth, man. So, this is another basic lesson, man. Right? And this basic lesson is going to be about, the identifying the Israelitic, but this time we're going to go into the color scriptures, just to show you that, because in this world, people are starting to realize that, the people of the book aren't so-called white people, but they still, a lot of them refuse to admit that they are, dark-skinned sometimes and brown people, man. They always want to say, they can't call him Jesus, his name is Yahweh Shai, meaning that he delivers, right? They always want to say that he's, he wasn't black, but, he wasn't white, but, he's not black, he was like Middle Eastern, isn't it? Or he's olive skin, they like to say. And as far as I'm aware, there's three colours of olives, man. You get green olives, you get like a dark purplish type of olive, and you get black olives, man. So I don't know where they're really going with that, but it's just the whole thing of denying our existence, man. To them, we don't even really exist. If they would like nothing more than for us to disappear. But with all the benefits that we bring to this world, they'd like to keep all of that. What did Paul Mooney say once? Everybody loves. How do you say it, man? Do you know what? I need to try and find it. Let me see if I can find it on my phone. Just bear with me. Play.
Why do you walk like that? You want like... No, that's too much for me. Why do you walk like that? Because we have style, we got flavor, we got rhythm. I mean, the black man in America is the most copied man on this planet, bar none. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. How about that question?
That's it, man. And man was a mo, but he's in his right mind now. He's in the spirit realm, man. But he was on point with that, man. Everybody wants to be a nigga, but nobody wants to be a nigger with the ER, right? Because they know that we're hated, man. They want all our style, our traits, our inventiveness, our talents. They want all of that, and they want to be entertained by us, but they don't want to be like us because they know what we have to deal with, man. They know what we have to go through. All right. So yeah, man. The scripture just came popped to my head. I lost it, but when I can, it can come to my mind again. Oh yeah, that was it. Let me get that real quick. But let me read this first, actually, just to get into the point of what I'm trying to say, or what the scripture is trying to say. This is Job 13:30, and it says, "My skin is black upon me, my bones are burnt with heat." So this is just one of the many scriptures that tell you, that there's a color to us, and it's dark skin, man. This is Songs of Solomon 1:5. It says, "I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon." Right, so let's go into that real quick. And let's look at that word, the word Kedar, man. Let's see how it's here. I think it's like Chadar.
Strong's H 6938. Kedar.
Oh, maybe he's saying it wrong. So look, here we have it. Dark, man. So he's telling you. Let's read that again, man. It says, I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, dark as the curtains of Solomon. Right? So let's get what was Paul Mooney said that, man. Where is it again? Let me just do this. In Matthew 5:13, it says, ye are the salt of the earth. Right? So what is salt used for, man? Salt is used to enhance the flavor of food. So the Lord is saying we enhance the earth, man. Right? But if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? And we've lost our savor because we're going off, man. You know, the thing is, as much as we are at the bottom of the low, as low as we are as a people right now, we still are bringing something. So imagine what we're going to be like in the kingdom, man, when we're in our right minds completely. Right? Pure flavor. Right? They hate us, man, because they ain't us. They envy us. It's envy. And they wish they could be like us, and they're going to really wish they could be like us, man. It says, but if the salt has lost its savour, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and be trodden under foot of men. See? And it goes on to say, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid. So it says we are the light of the world. And why are we the light of the world? Because we're supposed to bring righteousness to this world, man. And amongst amongst the salt, the savour, right? But also righteousness, man. I should say first and foremost righteousness. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. So let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Okay, so let's get back into the coloured scriptures, man. Jeremiah 14:2 says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish, they are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. Lamentations. Lamentations 4:8. Their visage is blacker than a coal. Right? I'm just going to jump through these. Hosea 7:8 says Ephraim. Now Ephraim is the northern kingdom, man. Part of the northern kingdom. So you got like the Hispanics, the Latinos, and all of that, and they're lighter skinned, man. Right? But it says, well, Ephraim he have mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned, meaning basically a cake that is not, has not been browned off, So it's telling you, man, we can get Daniel, even the Most High is described, and maybe not with the colour as such, but it shows you. It says, Daniel 7:9, it says, the Ancient of Days reigns, and I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool, and his throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. So the pure wool, man. We're not only people on earth, the heathens. Some of them, like so-called Africans, the Hamites. Some of them, but they're not known for that. If you look in certain descriptive dictionaries, they'll tell you that woolly hair is synonymous with the Negro, the so-called Negro, right? I want to get this one because because this makes the point what I'm just saying. So it's Exodus 11:7 says, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord Yahweh doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. So for all them people out there that want to say that Egyptians were white, we're not here to back them up, but the truth is the truth. They are dark-skinned people, man. Right? And so is the Israelites, but the Lord put a difference between them. We have a different heart, we have a different spirit to them. Like the Savior, the sort that the Lord was talking about, they don't have that. They're dull people. Hamites are dull people who are into all sorts of madness, man. They're really the progenitors of all this LGBT business, man. But let's finish off. Well, we're not finishing off necessarily. But let's just read this one here. This is the famous one that we always like to bring up because Yahushua is a dark-skinned man. Alright? And it tells you in the scriptures that he sprang out of Judah, man. So if he's a Judite and he looks like this, what do the rest of the Judites look like, man? So Revelation 1:13 says, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head, so that's just describing, his attire, man. Alright, so this is a vision now, alright. His head and his hairs were white like wool. So when it says his head and his hairs, when you describe someone's skin color on their face, you don't say their head, his head was white. You say his face was white, or his face was dark brown, or his face was light skin brown, or whatever you want to say. You don't say his head. So that's describing the hairs on his head. Right? It says as white as snow. It says slacker. It says his head and his hairs were white like wool. So there's the wool again, right? As white as snow, and his head and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they had burnt in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. So his feet were dark brown, man. Right? So if his feet are dark brown, so what was the rest of him? And let me see if I can get an answer here. Who has woolly hair? See, the thing is about that is, according to people in the world, according to these researchers and scholars and that, we're all from African descent, right? So that's really what that's going to point to. But let's see if I can find something real quick. Right, let's see this, right? Which of the following human races has woolly hairs? So here we go. This is it's a what's this? It's a test. It says the Negroid, the Mongoloid, the Caucasoid, and Australoid, right? The answer is the Negroid, that's us, man. That's not our real name. And it goes on, because these terms just keep popping up. These terms were created. I can't remember the name of the guy, man. But he's the one. There's a Edomite that created these names to separate the races, man. That was wicked in itself. But yeah, man. So it shows you that we're identified in the scriptures, man. But also, and just to I have to make this point. Let's go back into this so I can find it. I have to make this point now to be truthful, that even now, although that's our identification, you're going to now see Israelites of all the different nations looking like the different nations, man, because we've been scattered amongst them, procreating with them, so whatever the seed, Numbers 18 tells you that you are the seed of your father, man. So when we've been around the world spreading our seed, man, all the sons that we've and daughters that we've brought into this world through the power of Yahweh Hashem Shai, no matter what they look like, they're Israelites, man. And our sons can continue that lineage. This is Jeremiah 12:9 says, "My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird." Right? So that's clue number one in this scripture, right? So the speckled bird, that's like different colours, man. Then it goes on to say the birds round about her are against her. So that's further proof. Going back to Psalms was it 83? It says, "Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour." And they want to devour us up, man. You know. So I just wanted to do a quick one on the colour scriptures, man. Like I said, this is more, I want to say basic wisdom, like the brother Ahab's, channel, basic wisdom, man. So this is just a couple of lessons I'm trying to get out here, bringing it back to basics for those that are coming in still. We can't assume that there's no one still learning out here. What are we doing out here, man? You know? So let's get back to basics, get the basic understandings, man. For those that can get it, for those that can receive it, man. And in fact, just to get to the point of what I just said, let's go to Isaiah 11 and was it 10? Because it further proves that no, it's 11 slacking. This further proves that we're going to see Israelites looking like the other nations, man. So although it's good to and it's right to bring out the colour scriptures, we have to understand also that now in this time we're going to have there's going to be Jakes coming in that are going to look like, we see that in camps already, man. We've been seeing that for years now, right? And now I'm starting to notice, I don't know about anyone else, but I'm starting to notice Jakes in the limelight, on TV, celebrities and whatnot, looking like Moabites, like the Chinese and that, and the Koreans and the so-called Indians and whatnot, and the Edomites, of course, looking like them but not behaving like them. That's why Romans 8:16, man. The Spirit, both witnesses of our spirit, that we are the children of the Most High, man. So it's all through the Spirit, man. Not like some of that. I remember, what's his name, man? The HOI guy, man. I can't remember his name again. Damn, it's been that long since I've actually seen anything from him. But he was, he always used to try and call out Hamites, man. Call people who just look like Hamites, call them Hamites, man, without even reading the Spirit. Shame I can't remember his name now, but hey, who cares, man. Anyway, man, Lord willing, this is edifying. I end this by giving all praises, honor and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Bahashem Ruach HaKodesh. Just some basic lessons, man. And yeah, man, peace and blessings. That's like a double honesty apostle and elder bishops, and peace and blessings to the elect, man. That I say shalom.